This music from E.T.
Hey, wait a second.
doesn't belong here, even though it's the main theme, because it's taken straight from a later scene in the movie. But first, this is how John Williams writes a film score. First, he watches the movie, then writes the themes on piano. He writes the end credits theme, the perfected version that will play in concerts. Then he takes that main theme apart and builds it up through the story, so it evolves as the story progresses.
We may have the first few notes of this emotional theme suggested early on, then 3 or 4 more notes. Finally, when you hear it all, there's something vaguely familiar about it. You've been prepared for 4 reels to actually hear this melody. It isn't presented to you immediately in its complete form. There's a suggestion here. It's done a little bit frighteningly over here with a little uncertainty there.
For E.T., he wrote a mystery theme for the nature of E.T. which then evolves into something new when E.T. meets Elliot. This is the friendship theme for the two of them. And it's used in this part of the story. It's halfway between the E.T. theme and the flying theme. It's friendlier than the E.T. theme and not quite as dynamic as the flying theme. It's for the formation of their friendship. But since this cue is from later in the movie, it kind of breaks that evolution. Outside of that, it mostly works, but there's one other issue: the tone. This cue is still and gloomy, very somber, because E.T. is dead. The reused cue is called E.T. is Alive because it's from the scene when Elliot mourns E.T., just in time for E.T.'s revival. The music perks up when the flower revives, and it swirls around because E.T. is coming back to life. But in the toys scene, it fades out abruptly with no closing, because there's no place for this big moment.
E.T. phone home.
E.T. is Alive was probably chosen because the use of the flying theme lends comedy to the scene. You'd probably never notice any of this, and it doesn't really matter. But I wondered why they didn't just use what John Williams wrote for this scene. So I asked someone who knows the score very well, Tim Rodier from Omni Music Publishing, and he gave me an answer. This cue was recycled at Steven Spielberg's request, and in this case he was okay with the same exact music appearing twice. Except, this wouldn't be the only time, because it happened twice. The same thing happened in the Lost World San Diego sequence. So if you look for it, it can stick out as being repetitive, but at least John Williams wasn't forced to redo the music or cram in something worse. Although he did get a shot at writing an original cue for it. The original Toys cue is dreamy and more reliant on the friendship theme on harp. It's bookended with the E.T. theme on Celeste. Which would come in when E.T. takes a bite of the toy, showing he's hungry, leading to the next scene.
Are you hungry? I'm hungry. Don't eat her. Are you hungry? I'm hungry.
But this is just a glimpse at Williams' score. For a full analysis of this transformation and the parallels between this score and John Powell's for How to Train Your Dragon, check out this video. Thanks for watching.